I call saving a psychology. I've seen people who earn a lot of money buying chicken licking credit card, have goals and hold yourself accountable, and maybe even have an accountability partner. As we're saying we're paying off debt this year, this is what we're doing. We're saying we're saving this year, this is how, this is where I am.
Yeah.
He's just looking at the nails on their side.
Yeah.
I haven't done my nails in so long.
Yeah.
And then you get these confident
Entrepreneurs.
who can say, can you please give me money for my nails?
It's such a uncomfortable conversation to have with your partner that, hey, listen, we're actually about to go through tough times because I have a dream and there's something that I want to invest in.
Young people are under pressure to keep up with fashion, tech, lifestyle trends, but the real flex is building a future where your money works for you. Today we're talking about how small savings can create big freedom, and later in the podcast we're going to be talking about finances in relationships. Welcome back to a brand new episode.
I've seated with
Lebo and
Thato Rampedi.
Now I can be the real me. Excel shopping. Who's what's going on? Okay, guys. So today's episode's in a bang.
Yeah.
This is for you guys. We're talking about finances. We're talking about saving. We're talking about finances in relationships. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you don't want to miss out. Take out your notebook today because today is very, very special.
Yeah.
I know for the past few months I've been struggling when it comes to like finances. I won't lie. You know, when you start building the perfect team, building the dream, you start neglecting yourself as an individual, right?
Yeah.
And you start neglecting the power of like my own savings.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing myself take a big hit there. So I'm very excited about today.
Yeah, and you know, as you know, lifestyle content creators on the side, we're always seeing how lifestyle can sometimes take away from your finances.
Yeah.
They're looking too good, the drip can sometimes be a bit too expensive. Yeah. And really, how are you having your back in the future?
Yeah, you know
what I mean?
It's so scary with social media nowadays, guys. Like you open up Instagram, you see Ghost Tubi's on his 5th car. And you're there like, oh my gosh, like when am I going to get to my Mercedes Benz?
Yeah.
And there's so much pressure. I mean, this throws me back to university. And I'm gonna speak about this in the romance space. I remember I used to be around these guys who were just rich kids, bro.
Yeah, man.
So they could take their girls out on dates like weekly. And I was dating this girl who just wasn't with someone that had the same cash flow.
Yeah.
And I always used to be like, yo, I wish I could do things. I wish I could travel with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I wish I could, you know, try out this new restaurant. I wish I could go to like Zara and buy this top. Like I was just always wishing.
Yeah.
And I was never ever
Wishy. Sorry.
I never once thought about like, you know, saving or where my money can go.
Yeah.
I don't even knew at university.
Yeah,
100%. The same thing. Lebo used to finish all his money on Big Macs.
Yeah, Big Macs. I used to be, oh man,
he was
addicted,
a Big Mac addict.
Yeah, it was a big
3
problem.
times a week.
Yeah. It's a big problem. I used to love, that was one of my favorite sandwiches in the game. Yeah. But, you know, even with the chilling of the rich kids, right? We know for a fact that their parents made smart financial decisions, you know? And we want to be those things for our kids as well.
100%.
And today, I mean, we've got a phenomenal voice, a person who's extremely educated. Tato's going to give them their bio and give you guys all the accomplishments and all the things they've done. And
I'm not going to give you everything.
And guys, Kiman, we are a wellness podcast that is taking it an extra layer to give you guys,
man,
education as well, man.
Yeah,
so please tap in and let's get straight into it.
So as we're speaking about saving, guys, today we actually are promoting Just Invest. It's by Nedbank, and we've got Hlomani Nkatani who's here. She has an MBA. She's got a whole bunch of degrees and stuff. She's really, really smart. You know, she's really good at budget oversight, revenue growth, market research, competitive benchmarking, and so much more in the space, right? So we're bringing you someone that has the experience, the knowledge, and the power to uplift you.
Yeah.
She's here for 15 minutes, and then we're going to speak about finances in our relationships. So I think let's put our hands together for Hlomani.
Let's go.
There we go.
Yeah. We've got big people on the podcast
guys,
now. These are very big people.
Guys, we've come with somebody that has a MBA.
Yeah.
I think we've been yapping about wellness, finances.
With BComs. Just BCom degrees.
And on us, BN on us. So guys, we've got the lovely sister today. Sister, how are you doing?
Guys, thank you so much for that illustrious Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. Good. I'm excited to come to chat to you guys.
Yeah.
Lovely to meet you. I'm already loving the energy here. So I might not leave. I might not leave.
But we are so excited. I mean, we've got some curated questions from our community that we want to ask you because they want to ask so many financial questions.
Yeah.
And of course, you're in the space. You're basically the memo. That's what we've basically seen you. We're the memo for the test that we call life in finance. So we're going to ask you a couple of questions. I think you can start it off.
I think the first question someone has here is that there's a big assumption that you need a lot of money to save. Like, I think I had that assumption for the longest time. I used to think that, like, if I'm gonna start saving, I must be saving like 2,000 a month, like
50%.
Yeah, so that when 3 months come, I've got 6,000, and I've seen that. Okay, cool. That actually wasn't feasible. Yeah. So, like, what are your thoughts on the actual amounts that you need to save?
I call saving a psychology for a reason, because I don't know if this is going to be relevant to you or your audience, but I remember being sent by my mother and my grandmother to pay Chelta Stockfella.
I think we're close in age, so it does relate to our I think
she saw me wearing a cap and said,
"We just have amazing skincare routines."
Yes, I'm being a troll. I'm being an age troll. Sorry, guys. So, but I remember taking 10 rand to a Stockfell meeting because my mom couldn't make it, right? And that for me said, it's not about the amount. I've seen people who earn a lot of money buying chicken licking credit card.
Is it?
Because if you don't have the psychology and you don't start small, it's very difficult to do it when you're driving the big cars and you living in the big estates, because you're so used to robbing Peter to pay Paul that you're not used to actually paying your future self. I call it paying your future self because you're preparing for the proverbial rainy day, but also the fact is, and we're at different life stages. At some point you're going to retire. At some point you might not have a job and you might not have an income. Some point you want to travel. Some point you want to do something at home. You want to do home renovations. But instead of pushing yourself under pressure with debt and saying, okay, I can't do it, the concept for me is like the Rich Dad, Poor Dad, where Robert Kiyosaki says, it's not I can't afford it. It is how do I make myself able to afford it? So the psychology behind that is not the amount. It is literally just wanting to start. So from as little as 500 rand, you can open up a Just Invest account, for instance, with Nedbank. For as little as 250 rand, you can open up a tax-free savings account, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, and the benefits of compound interest and actually putting money away starting today with the little that you have.
Okay, yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
I want to ask, so like, so you start the saving journey, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know, we all have a social life. I've seen people, you go out, you know, they have a savings account and they say, give me 10 minutes. I just need to send the money from the savings account to my main account to send. So the balance of having like a social life and finally having savings, like when is it, how do you as a youth identify the rainy days? You know, how do you identify those rainy days?
One of my favorite memes that I saw recently was that the time it takes for my money to go from my current account to my savings account,
it has the 24 hours.
So like, it's so quick, you know. But I always say to people, you've got to make things a little bit difficult and easy for yourself. The first thing is automate your savings. You can put a stop order on your account to put money into your savings account, right? And like an account like a Just Invest, you need to put in 24 hours notice before you get it.
So it's basically saying, are you sure?
Yeah, it's
put
like,
yourself in a position where it's not easily accessible. Now, there's other products and other ways of putting, you can open up an account for your entertainment or a savings pocket or things like that, but that's besides the point of talking about here. But put your money in a place where it's a little bit difficult for you to get to. Yes, you want to be able to, in an emergency, if there's a death in the family or there's, you know, your tires, you know, whatever it is, you're able to access the money rather quickly. But let it not be because you're at the club and you're like, yo,
it's an
the
emergency.
bottle service is just emergency.
It's
It's
an emergency.
And you want to make it an emergency.
Yeah.
I think it's very good to plan. Allow yourself a good time as well.
Yeah.
Because you also must, my mother always used to say, before the creditors come, she was taking us to KFC so we can go and eat the money before everyone else takes it. But allow yourself to have a budget for the nice stuff that you want, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. But allow yourself to do that. But ensure that you're not stealing from your future.
Yeah, true.
And you're not stealing from the work that you've done. Yeah. You know, have goals and hold yourself accountable, and maybe even have an accountability partner. Say, guys, we're saying we're paying off debt this year, this is what we're doing. We're saying we're saving this year, this is where I am, this is where you are, you know. And just start having those conversations that will help you as well to say, I don't want to be the one that's losing out at the end of the year or at the end of the month.
I hear that.
Yeah.
We've got someone here that says, my sister the expert, budgeting feels like punishment. Why should we even bother?
Because the mental accounting does not work.
Yeah. It really doesn't.
It does
I can
I've tried it so many
You know?
times.
Yeah, it does
And
not work.
now when I go spend, I don't even look at the notifications. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
That's why I need to know what I'm going to go and spend.
Yeah.
Right? So budgeting, firstly, I always say it has to be written down. Whether it's a spreadsheet, whether it's a book, whatever tool you use to hold yourself accountable by saying, this is how much I'm getting in, and this is how much is going out. If there's more going out, you are in trouble. Yeah. You need to fix that.
I feel like you're speaking to me directly.
Yeah, I wish I was making notes. I want to actually go sit over there so I can sit on the floor and go But I want to ask, because you have this, like, I heard you say, like, having your back in the future, right?
Yeah.
One of the most things that I've seen is, like, credit cards have become obviously more popular. Credits.
Yeah.
Like, yo, guys, you know how much I can take out now? Put the card on the table. Say, no, it's fine. I'll pay it back. You know. What do you think about credit cards, especially like in the beginning of your journey, is like entry level, basically?
Also, to layer it, like, I know as young people we always hear that it's so important to
build your credit
score through a credit card. Like, what's the best thing to do? Not just for the credit score, but for your savings. Like, is it good for me to get a credit card, have money now, and then I invest? You know what I'm saying? I work with it, or is it better for me to go the savings route? Like, which one would you?
I think it's definitely not an either or, right? And that's why your financial wellness journey it has to be all encompassing. You have to look at what are your needs, what are your wants, what are your savings kind of capabilities. But let's talk about the credit card. Credit is not bad, guys.
Okay.
There's bad debt, then there's good debt. Like, if you want to buy a house, you're probably going to buy it on credit. That's an investment ultimately. You're probably going to buy a car on credit. If you can't buy it cash, flip. Yes, that's great, right? And to your point, having a credit card that you pay off every month. Listen to when I say pay off every month. That is how you build your good credit score, because then you're actually using money that you have. So a trick I have, I earn more. I earn greenbacks because Nedbank, if I got
levels,
you know, and I maximize by using my greenbacks Amex credit card. But what do? I transfer money into that card so that I'm actually using my money, but it's secure money. Also, credit money in your credit card is secure money. It's money essentially that belongs to the bank, that even if a transaction is done on your account that's not meant to be there, you're more protected in terms of the money than money just being pulled out of your debit card. Long story, I'm going to leave that part out. But ensure that you're moving money into your credit card and not just paying off the minimum amount, because the minimum amount comes with interest. And what you don't want to do is have more interest that you are paying to a creditor versus the interest that you're earning in a savings account, right? So I generally, when people ask me, okay, Sisa, so what do I do? I've got 20,000. I've got this credit card where I'm paying interest, excuse me, at X amount, 15%. And then there's a savings account that's only telling me about 5%. I'm like, dude, pay off your credit card and be done with that and be able to like manage it on a monthly basis. Then you save. But you do have to balance both, because the beauty about saving and starting early is that you have the benefit and the gift of time. Time means compounding and compounding interest. Make an example around inflation. A burger in 1993 or 1990 at Wimpy was what? 7 rand.
$7, yeah.
It was bigger than what you get right now. It had more chips. It was probably a double patty. Right now, it's 100 and something rand. The point of the matter is that the 100 rand in your pocket today is not going to be worth 100 rand in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years. The only way you can future-proof your money is by investing it.
Sure.
Man, we're learning as you're speaking. That's why you're leaving us speechless.
I think a big mistake a lot of us do is that like we think that if I'm making money and I'm just putting it, leaving it in my bank accounts, I'm safe.
The worst, the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
Protect your money from yourself. I always say this. Now I protect my money for myself. My husband will say to me sometimes like, what do you mean you don't have money? I'm like, I don't have it.
Yeah.
Because if it's not in my current account, I don't have it.
It's not yours, no?
It's not mine anymore.
Yeah, I think you're really showing us the power of
yes,
where your money goes.
And it belongs to the CISA of 5 years from now. It doesn't belong to the CISA.
Yeah.
It's not mine anymore. And like I was saying to you, make things easy for yourself and make them hard for yourself as well. How easy is it to just swipe?
It's very easy.
Now,
Even
phone,
Apple Pay,
even your watch, you can quickly pay. But when you know, well, there's only 1,000 rand in that account, there's no swiping because you've already moved your money to your future self. You've already future-proofed that part of your money.
I like that. So let's speak about the rainy days. I think you touched on it a little bit earlier. So with the Just Invest account, I think you said that, Vela, like if you need your money now, you can't access it because it's good to have that
24 hours,
24 hours
discipline.
Yes,
But if you do need it for something very important, like your tires or your brakes are squeaking. Is it squeaking or screeching?
I don't know.
That
Screeching.
thing.
Making a sound.
When you break,
You've got 24 hours
you've
to
got
take
24
it out.
hours to get to your money. So it's not so difficult, right? You can,
realistic.
Yes, it's realistic. You can, in most cases, you can wait 24 hours. And in most cases, sometimes you don't even need it anymore. You've figured out another plan.
That's what I like about that, because it's like, do you really need it? Do you really need
it makes you question yourself. It's like an audit for your emotional purchasing. You know what I mean?
It's not because we want to make it difficult for you to access your money, because it's your money, right? And you also don't want to be irritated in the process. I want my money. But it really does just gives you a moment to say, is this something I want to do? Am I willing to take two steps back or 10 steps back after taking so many steps forward? And really get to reflect on, is this something I really need or I want to need? And if you need it, then absolutely. And also have a plan to get yourself back on track, back to the budgeting and writing things down and saying, okay, 50% of my salary or my income goes to my needs, right? That's where I live, what I eat, school fees, all of those things, right? And then the 30% go to my wants. I want to go out. Because also, you're young, you want to, you must still live life. You must still go to Nyrox or something. And I'm not promoting. Just lifestyle. You wanna be able to still not resent your life. But make sure that you are future-proofing your life as well, because you don't know what tomorrow... I mean, not so long ago, 2020 came.
And COVID.
Patient zero. There was a man and his wife. That article changed everything. And it changed businesses. It changed the way we worked. It changed earning patterns. So we're not sure if that will never happen again. You don't know that. You don't know if... And I mean... Job security, there's no such thing as job security. There's no such thing as knowing that you're always gonna have an income. So be in a position where you can support yourself a bit for a little bit for X amount, whether it's 6 months, whether it's 3 months, or whether it's a month, or you can just pay off the groceries, you can pay off the school fees, but put yourself in a position where you're empowered. Also, put yourself in a position where you can plan for things. Instead of saying, hi, let me swipe this thing on credit and go to Zanzibar or Mauritius or whatever with my friends, how about you guys actually sit down like, guys, we're putting a plan together, we're traveling in 18 months, let's start saving 1,000 Rand a month. You know what I mean? And just own the things that you want. Own it. You direct it. Instead of it directing you and then you're coming back and you're paying back and you're paying back with interest.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think you're really showing us the importance of like mindset when it comes to saving. It's all about your perception and understanding why you're putting that money away.
100%.
I think if you know that you enjoy things like traveling, you enjoy gifting and getting these things, like have that same feeling when you're doing the actual investing every single month.
Absolutely.
Because that'll then give you the mindset that, I'm going to get myself that thing in 18 months, in 6 months.
I actually have a question. I want to ask you, so besides like obviously putting the money, some of your organizational skills that you put into place to have that type of life, the saying. So I want you to take me through it. Do you go and like first of the month and sit down with your partner and say, okay, cool, this next couple of months we're going to do this? Or is it like beginning of the year, half year? Those are some of the skills I think people will definitely be like.
So practically, I haven't been married very long, so
congratulations!
No, I'm not that. Well, we've been married for a few years, 3 years, but and why I'm mentioning that was because I had to build my own habits prior to
being married,
and joining my views with someone else. On my own, at the beginning of every single year, I take time out where I meditate, I fast, I pray, I do all of that. But I also really focus on what it is I want to achieve for that year. What do I want to achieve? What do I want to achieve financially? What do I want to achieve when it comes to my body? What do I want to achieve? How healthy do I want to be? Where do I want to go? And I document those things. Sometimes it's a vision board. Sometimes it's just writing it down and writing a letter to myself. And then in there, what are the steps? Because you have to have SMART goals. They have to be measurable. They have to be practical. There needs to be steps that you need to take. So practically for me, I set up, say, a Just Invest account, which I do have, by the way. And I set up a monthly recurring payment into that account to the point where I don't even feel it anymore because I know I don't have that money. My mind knows that I don't have that money. So I've automated that part of my life so that it's not, this month I don't want to part with this 1,000 Rand. And it's funny, you were talking earlier about, I might buy these sneakers in 18 months. 18 months will come and you'll be like, I don't want
those shoes anymore.
I like having my money, and maybe you consider doing something else, even a different investment, But practically, I automate my savings. And like I said, I move money out of my current account. And I move it into pockets of where this is for this is for this is for that. And what happens in my current account, like you guys will think I'm broke, in fact, by the following day. And I automate all of that so that it's not a burden. And there's plenty of budgeting tools out there. And tools like that will actually tell you still got so many things that need to go off and you only got this much money. You should actually have more money. Are you okay with that? Do you know that? Get triggered and find a tool that works for you. It might not be digital for you. It might be writing it down. For me, it's a spreadsheet. Because maybe I'm just that BBT burned before technology. I don't know. But I really encourage people to take the clunk and the everydayness and the thinking out of it so that it becomes nature, second nature.
I think thank you so much for all of those gems and tricks. I think we've learned a lot. I think just us as brothers, we've got so much we want to go and apply. But I just want to say thank you on behalf of the audience, everyone at home. I think they've been hearing our 2 cents when it comes to these things. So having somebody as professional and wisdom, wise. There you go. It goes a long way. So thank you. I think we're all gonna definitely try out that investment account. I think we need
You guys
it.
are welcome. And I
Yeah.
think, guys, if you really think about it in the bigger scheme of things, how much do you spend when you go out? Are you telling me that you can't
Save.
for yourself and for yourself in 10 years, start with 500 Rand
Yeah,
just to open the account and then put in 100 Rand a month and automate it?
yeah.
I'm saying, do you really want to cheat yourself like that?
Eish.
And think about it like that. Is that how you want to
How much
cheat?
you love yourself. You love yourself like that.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. So thank you very much for
Thank
having
you so
me.
much. Thank you so much. What?
That
Wow.
was an amazing session. I think we learned a lot.
Yeah.
I think we see the power of having experts on the couch, and I think we might have to bring
More.
a couple more experts. You guys might actually need relationship experts.
Yeah.
And speaking about relationships, I think let's speak about like money in relationships.
Yeah.
Like how is it like finances? We've got so many questions from people on Instagram. We posted on Seated and people actually propose questions. One of the most boring questions I've ever heard in my life is who should pay on a date? We're gonna save that one for last.
Yeah.
Right? Because I think that's like the most controversial question.
Yeah.
Like who pays on a first date, yada, 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 yada. But I want to dive into one of the hardest questions. Is it okay for your partner to ask for financial help, or does that create problems?
It creates problems. Wait, as a man. As a man.
Well, what
that's
are
the
you?
answer.
What can you speak as?
I can speak as a partner. I can speak as a man. But no, that's actually a very hard one.
Yeah.
Have you ever asked? Let's start there. Have you ever asked a woman for money?
No.
I have actually. When I was in, what's it called? Wits.
Yeah.
I asked for like, I think like 4 clipper or something. I was like, buy me lunch, and I was like, I need a haircut too, and what, and all that stuff. Like I need a haircut after. So what's and then she sent me
Oh,
like,
but you weren't asking from a place of like
yeah, I wasn't like, please
needing
help
it.
me.
You were basically saying like, you're like, do something cute.
I was
for
like,
me.
do something for me. Give me a haircut. Give me
Yeah.
some. Pay for petrol and yan. And then I think she sent me like 6 clip. But I remember that 6 clipper feeling like she had sent me. And her, the way she was treating me, she sent me 10,000.
Wow.
But it was only 600 Rand. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's also relative to how much like
You've
she
never really
makes.
gotten a monetary, like you've never gotten money from a girl.
I've never asked for money.
But have you ever gotten money from a girl?
Yeah. I mean,
someone's
like
like,
in
take-
university, like someone once sent me like 2 clipper,
Yeah.
like a haircut.
So that's the most you've ever gotten?
We used to actually go
Do you
live.
not think it's insane that the most we've ever gotten is less than 1,000 Rand?
We used to go. I'm trying to think now, probably, but we used to go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like back when we started YouTube, right? And we would ask girls for like
Oh,
money.
yeah, I
like
did
we would
that
go
too.
live and we say, "Yo, let's go on a date on the
Yeah,
live." And
I
then
remember that.
They'd give us like $50 for a haircut.
A girl would
And
be
then
like,
we'd have
no,
the
let me
highest
betcha
bidder.
you. Let me betcha you. I remember that.
I mean, I think it even happened with Percy once on a live recently,
Really?
like last year. Yeah. Even went on a date with the girl, like
yeah.
I'm exposing Percy.
yeah.
But this is like, you know,
I hope you
Years
didn't add like a
ago.
beep.
yeah. But like,
Yeah.
yeah. I've never actually asked for money.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ask for money because I think the money that I would need, if I'm stuck and I need money, it'll probably be business related.
Yeah.
And I don't think a partner could help me, like, give me money for like business.
Let me tell you this, like I've never thought of my partner helping me out of a difficult situation. That's what you're basically saying.
No, out of a difficult financial
Sure.
situation.
No, not. That's what I meant. Like that's the
Oh yeah,
topic.
no,
so-
never, bro. Like,
yeah, same, never.
If I don't have money, I'd never be like, let me ask baby.
But how many times have women relied on you in financial problems? I think once a month or maybe once a week that happens to me where I get a request.
It depends. There's 2 different types of ways, right? So you get the smart girls who say,
Yeah.
they're just looking at the nails and they sigh.
Yeah.
I haven't done my nails in so long.
Yeah.
And then you get these confident
Entrepreneurs.
entrepreneurs who can say, can you please give me money for my nails?
Yeah.
I think I want to do a
Yeah.
pixie cut.
I've dated those
or
two,
whatever.
two different. Yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
I don't know. I like the subtle one. Like one of the biggest things I've heard so far as an example.
Yeah.
Because I like the subtle ones because they let you
Decide.
basically like see what's your budget. Because for example, there was a girl that made a TikTok and she was like, I hate the question, what do you think we should eat? When we
I
get in
remember this.
takeouts. Remember I said this, right?
Continue.
Like, yeah, what do you think we should eat? Because it's like, I could order, she said, I could order from 4 restaurants. I could order a starter, a main, and a dessert, but I
dessert.
won't. I'll let you answer first because I want to see your budget.
Yeah.
So if you're saying, maybe KFC, I can see now. We're in the 150 to
250 tier.
tier.
So say, give me a,
Or maybe like, let me not say 150, so 0 to 150 tier.
Yeah.
Then if I say Ocean Basket, you already know. That's a 300 to 600 tier.
Per head, blood.
You know what I'm saying? So, so it's kind of like that. But it's actually crazy how unequal it is.
Yeah. I don't think asking is wrong, but I think if it becomes a habit and like a dependency, then it can be a bit tricky.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Do you think...
I don't know. I was having a conversation with my homegirl.
Yeah.
She's like a businesswoman. So like, she has like her own company that she started. It's doing relatively well.
Yeah.
And she's always telling me like, she will bet you up, man. She doesn't care. She's like, I know it's very frowned upon in the women. She's always telling me, I know it's very frowned upon in the women community to give men money.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, but if I had the money, I'd buy my man his dream car like on the spot. Even if it was my talking stage on the spot.
Who's your friend?
Man. But anyways, then we had a further conversation about why does she think it's so frowned upon to give men money?
Yeah.
You know, and it obviously goes into our roles in the relationship.
Of course.
You know, what are they called? Gender roles. Our gender roles in the relationship. But I actually think we should, as men, we need to move away from that concept, bro. Like, I remember there was a story about Kobe Bryant. I hope it's Kobe Bryant. Denzel Washington.
Okay.
So Denzel Washington was trying to become a successful actor. You know how successful Denzel Washington is. I mean, it's a household name.
Yeah.
If you don't know Denzel Washington, I don't know.
You're born after 2008.
But in his earlier career, while he was trying to get gigs and all that stuff, his son would pay for rent and pay for the certain things and stuff like that. Obviously, they're married to this day.
Yeah.
You know? And I know women are going to say, oh, Lebo, we are tired of this thing of you need to be beside a broke man and grow him, and then one day we're going to eat, because what if he's broke forever?
Yeah.
But
it's giving acrimony. Is it acrimony?
Yeah, for example. You know? There's these different scenarios that we've seen in movies.
Yeah.
Especially with black couples. So many different scenarios of like men getting rich and then dating white women.
I'm so curious how it's like in the white communities.
Yeah.
Like, do we have the same gender roles? Do we have the same financial gender roles? I'm so curious.
Yeah.
For our viewers who might know, please comment down below and let us know. But I do want to say also another thing with finances, man. I've seen there's a big issue with giving your partner money on a regular basis, because that can be a form of love, right? And now it's like men deviate from talking about how they feel, how their partners have hurt them, even accountability through giving their partner money. Because you know, if your girlfriend's angry about you for coming home at 4 a.m., if you give her 2,000, my man, she's gonna say, I love you so much. And give you the biggest forward kiss. It's gonna touch the top of your nose and end by the hairline.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And the older you are, the further the hairline is, so the bigger the kiss.
Yeah.
So it's like, I definitely think that's one of the biggest fears. One thing I've been trying to like do with my partner is like saving like together. Yeah. Like, how do you feel about saving together? Because I know I've been saying I want to go to like Bali for the longest time. I think for 3 years now.
5.
Okay. For 4 or 5 years I've been saying I want to go to
But it's
Bali.
like a life goal, bro. Don't blame me for saying it for 5 years.
Yeah.
It just means that when it happens, it's going to be so sweet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I pray so. So I've been wanting to go to Bali. I've been watching, 4 years ago, I'd be watching vlogs about like, you know, all these influencers in Bali.
Yeah.
I watched these girls who are like in Bali living there for 6 months. It was a dream of mine for like to work for 6 months in the year and then one day go in June and then just live in Bali for 6 months.
Yeah.
So I expressed this goal to my partner. And she was like, okay, cool. We should save towards that trip together.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, dude, I think this trip will probably be like 50K for me, 50K for you. So I have to save 100,000.
Yeah.
And she was like, whoa.
Maybe I can save up.
Yeah, why are you saving alone? Yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. So saving in a relationship is possible.
Yeah, but you must talk about how do you get to that point of trusting a person and opening up an account with them, or because there's as a man.
Okay, but when opening a joint account, the money comes to me.
That's what I was about to say. As a man, you have 3 options.
Yeah.
You've got you send me money every month, I'll keep it for us.
Okay.
Then there's option 2, you do the joint, like a savings account or fixed account, fixed investment account. And then the third one, maybe this one's a very rare one. Maybe she's the one making more money, so you send it to her.
Yeah.
Look at, but anyways, so with your approach of like send me the money, etc., you must understand in a relationship you must have trust.
Yeah.
And
so
money,
she trusts that if I give her 10K,
yes,
it's safe. I'm trying to think, can I give her 10K? No, that it's safe.
Yes. Could you give? You know what I'm saying? Could you give?
Can I give her? I think I could, because I would know that she wouldn't dabble in it without asking me. Worst case, she'd say, "Hey, babe, I'm getting my money in 3 weeks. Our savings, can I borrow 5,000 for something?"
You know, I feel like I feel strongly about this, right?
Yeah.
And it's something that is really strong in my heart. I really feel this way. Like I've always, it's why I'm so pro man sometimes on the podcast, but I really feel like we need to move away from this concept and this ideology that women are not financially educated. They don't know how to do financial things. Or
I need to move.
No. It's
mindset.
a big thing. Because, for example, the money sent to you. Why not send to her?
I said I could send it to her.
You said you could send it to her, but it's not going to happen. Let me be honest with
what
you.
I said.
No, let me tell you something. It's a general stereotype, but it is a thing. We need to move away from this thing of like women.
I need to move away. Stop saying we. And no, I hear your point, but
but it's a general stereotype. I don't know why you're acting like this stereotype doesn't exist.
I'm saying I don't have that stereotype.
It's fine. But it's a stereotype that exists that like that women need to be led in their finances, and if we buy a house, I must be the one who chooses how the financials are going to work.
I don't think that's the stereotype. If anything, from all the like CEOs and mentors I've spoken to, they are hyper focused on building these machines to make money.
Yeah.
And then the ladies actually handle the finances.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I know it. I don't know. You guys are all young here. And I'm single. So
let them. Do you guys? Okay. I'm going to. I'm going to ask people behind the camera.
They're young and single.
No, anonymously. You can't even hear you. So don't worry. Ladies, I'm asking the ladies. Is it not a stereotype that women are not as financially educated as men? They just said yes. Fast. They didn't even.
Oh, is it?
It's a huge stereotype.
Is it true?
It's not true. That's why I'm saying we need to move away, because you must understand, historically speaking, you must understand women weren't allowed to have jobs, weren't to have this. So then we moved from that to them having jobs, but now they must be financially educated. So now it's like the man's still taking the lead in the house. We need to move away. We now go to the same schools, same opportunities, same things. We must 100%. Make financial decisions together.
Yeah.
And what I like in a relationship is that I really hope that maybe in new generations, like as you're saying, which is beautiful, that integrating your partner as an equal mind into the conversations of financials. You'd be surprised how this doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, I hear you. You know, I'm so curious. Would you ever allow for your partner to? I mean, I can answer it first. For your partner to know how much you make?
Yes, 100%. Because she must also know the boundaries of the walls that we live in, bro. And when I say partner, I mean wife, not girlfriend. Because
a girlfriend is
like
now.
I don't know. You don't know if the company will be retrenched. You don't know. COVID happened. People lost restaurants.
Yes.
Who are you to say that your thing can last forever? You know, you never know.
100%.
You never know. So when I say partner, I mean wife.
Yeah.
That's
different, man. Let's talk about relationships. Like, can your girlfriend know how much you make?
No.
Like a long-lasting relationship.
How long is a long-lasting?
Like over a year.
It's too short for you to know how much I make. It's still too short.
I really believe in like young couples knowing each other's capabilities, right?
Yeah.
So for me, whenever I date, I always try get my partner comfortable enough to let me know how much she earns, so I can know her earning capacity, and I can know the potential of my future, and I can also know like how much I can allow her to do. Because I've got this trait that like I want to pay for everything all the time from my partner and I, right? Because then I think that if my partner swipes once, like it's done. Like she's used all of her money.
Yeah.
But not because I'm dating people that have jobs, that are in the same space as me. They have more cash flow. So I've had to educate myself that no, man, you know, she actually has
this amount,
like X amount disposable. Yeah. It's okay for her to come back home with Nando's. Yeah. It's okay for her to pay for the date because it's possible. So when I don't know, I'll just always pay.
I feel like,
and I remove her from being able to, you know, show me her act of love through buying things for me, because my partner really believes in like acts of service and paying for things.
I feel like ideally that's what like you'd want in like a relationship as early as possible, so you guys can do things like family planning, planning ahead. Guys, can we please be educated, black people, for a second? Can we please be educated, black people, for a second? We are not our predecessors. We don't want to have 19 kids.
Never Googled family planning like 2 months ago, and he's been saying it every day ever since.
No, dude, it's a big thing. It's like, a big
why
thing.
Are you family planning with a girlfriend?
And you know why? Because that's where black communities get it wrong. Okay. That is why we are still in the income lines that we are in, because we don't do. It's a big thing, and it is so. I don't want to say it's been kept from us for so long, but it was.
Yeah.
It was, and I really feel like if you future plan for families and stuff, your life as a black family is going to be way better than unplanned.
No, I don't.
That's a fact.
I'm not against family planning.
Yes.
But I can't be dating Sipho Gazi for 3 months and I say, let's family
I
plan.
can when now you said long term 1 year, they know you how much you make. I'm assuming we're going to be together for a long time, Thato.
So even after a year, you do family planning?
100%.
No, man.
What are you dating for, marriage or now?
I'm dating for marriage. Like,
so
I'm
act like
for
it.
marriage.
Act like it. Act like it. Act like it.
Okay, let's describe what family planning is.
So family planning is saying it's having the conversation,
Yeah.
and a realistic one, not we should have a boy and then have a girl who protects the boy and what? No, you say a boy takes 300,000 rand a year in education. A girl takes this much in education and clothes and this. What do you think, based on the trajectory of our income and as we see ourselves grow, do you think we can afford for children?
Yeah.
Then you say, okay, cool. I think we can have one child. And this is me speaking now based on my finances without you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's the whole point of family. It's like we're going to merge what we have and what can we do together.
So I can afford one, you can afford one.
You can afford
Maybe
a kid.
Together we can afford
two.
or have one and live a better life.
Yeah. But sometimes the partner, there's a huge income gap between you and your partner sometimes.
Yeah.
So you can afford one, she can afford 0.5. You must stick with one. That's family planning. You want two, but you can only afford 1.5. Stick with one until you can afford two.
Yeah.
Then you say, no, okay, cool, let's have one, save for 4 years and have the next one. That's family planning.
Yeah.
It also includes your house, your savings, your investments as basically I love that concept in a relationship, especially when things are getting serious. Because you don't want to move in with someone and they have no concept of finance.
You understand? You see that you've been bamboozled.
You've been scammed.
You've been scammed. You're thinking this person is financially savvy. They have income, can't they?
She grabs the Cocoa Pops before the Kellogg's and it's the end of the month. Can we celebrate at the end of the month with the Cocoa Pops? Because she doesn't have financial planning. She doesn't have, you know what I mean? It's a big thing.
Yeah.
And I really do urge young black men and young black women to not be scared to have financial conversations in their relationships. How many dates do you think we should? I have rules and like commandments and all those stuff in my relationship. Like
Thou shall not
do this and that, and
thou shall not request a date on the 17th of the month.
And thou shall get flowers once per moon or something. And thou shall, you know what I mean? Because you need to be able, like
I shall only use one toilet paper roll.
Thou shalt not request ocean basket during the week.
Not request
Ocean basket is a weekend food. Spare is a weekend
Thou
food.
shall not drive Uber Black.
Yeah.
Uber Go.
Go is comfortable.
You go or you don't come.
Go and comfort is the same.
It's the same thing.
No. But yes, but I'm saying I really do encourage, especially young black men.
Yeah. Because
as we know now, we are coming off the conversation of the, such a professional conversation of the Nedbank team now. We just had them. But they're showing you that it is so important to communicate expectations, communicate your finances, and communicate boundaries. I love what you said about if you were in a year and you're going to tell them your salary. I'd love to do that, but there's always a risk.
I didn't get to that part. I said I'd like to know what my partner is capable of. I never said I'll tell her what I'm capable of. I didn't say that part.
And do you see?
I was going to make that very clear.
And remember the stereotype about financial literacy I said. Where does that derive from?
No,
where does it derive from?
As an individual,
yes,
Thato Rampedi. Yes, not
yes,
we.
Yes, you, not we.
I want to know my partner's capabilities, and then I can follow suit.
Okay,
I can assist where needed.
Because
you can't know how the empire works.
So because you have that, because that's how it goes as a man.
Yeah,
your hand. You always assume she has less. Then she tells you she's from an oil family, and they send her.
Zuckerberg visits once a quarter.
But so for you wouldn't you wouldn't say how much you make.
No, definitely not. I think they'd hear from like certain moments, like okay, cool. Like if I'm celebrating, oh my god, I just signed this thing.
Yeah,
maybe she'll hear that. But I mean, like I'd never say like, yo, dude, in a month, she doesn't know what my salary is.
Let me tell you something. I know this. And you were also gonna say, yeah, facts. you're going to know when your partner has money.
Yeah.
And when they just made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Because they walk into the room. Hey,
not even on.
How are you?
Before that. Hey, babe, I'm by the garage. Do you need anything?
It's a person that finishes 3 rolls of toilet paper in 2 days, but they're asking you finally, what do you need? And
I'm getting food. Would you like anything? I'm at Nando's.
yes.
Nando's.
Do you know income positivity? Income courage. Do you know income courage? The one where you get ding and you see the notification, and all of a sudden the day has changed. There's color. You see color in the sky. When people speak to you, all of a sudden you feel respected when you have money.
You say, what?
But when you don't have money, you even, please say, can I? Sorry. So let me tell you something. In a relationship, you can't hide money. We're too close. We're too close.
You're gonna see that
something's off.
Something's out.
Something's off.
No,
Motho comes back. They have 3 bottles of wine in a Woolworths bag.
Yes.
Man, we're used to drinking juice in this house.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good to have those conversations so that, because obviously we're all lovers. When we get money, what's the first thing we think of? We think of my expenses and then let me show love.
Yeah, true.
To the people that have shown.
I was about to say, even the whole thing of like coming back with the bag with the 3 bottles of wine, you know, calling me at the garage. It's nice to know that when your partner has money, they think about you and they want to also like do things for you. But your partner could have money and you don't know they have money.
Secret.
You're seeing Instagram stories, you're seeing twas.
Yeah,
with the games. Yes. Yeah.
Real.
You're seeing snaps in Sun City, baby. Yeah. You know, so it's nice that we can speak about our partners having money in such a positive light.
So
I think that's a blessing.
I want to ask you, right? So it doesn't. This is not something that happens to every man.
Yeah.
Right. But it does happen to, I want to say, entrepreneurial men. The hustle period. The hey babe, we're going to have to cut this. It's such an uncomfortable conversation to have with your partner that, hey, listen, we're actually about to go through tough times because I have a dream and there's something that I want to invest in. I've never had a relationship that has made it through one of those stages. I think I've always lost my partners in those stages. And I want to go back to the conversation I had with my homegirl about how, you know, she has her own company, she's quite well off. She always says that she has this intimidating spirit onto men because of the money that she has. I want to talk about that stage of the hustle period. Your hand maybe having more money than you in that stage because you're investing, or because a lot of men go through it. Yeah. So I think it's valid that we should have maybe a. I think
I can go into. I can speak to one moment, right?
Yeah,
so there was a time where I was in a relationship and I was seeing this girl.
Yeah.
And I think I didn't have that many responsibilities, so I could, like, you know, we could go out like pretty much like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
You know, for like lunch or dinner. Like I was buying her like a new bag every other week.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, we were going on trips, we were doing road trips, everything was good. And then I had made an error with my finances.
Yeah.
So then I had basically, and guys, this is one of the worst things you can do. I'd been promised a project, right? And it was basically done. And they said, no, we're going to pay you a deposit. So like, it was a big project. And that project was removed like last minute, right? So the money that I thought I had that I was spending was actually non-existent, right? So what I had to do was then sit it down and be like, yo, dude, by the way, so like, you know, we've been living like this, and I know I've introduced you to this standard of living. I just understand right now I'm in a fight or flight mode right now. So my energy is going to change. Yeah. Like, you used to me waking up at like 7, leaving the house by 8. Yeah. I'm back home by 4. I'm gonna have to wake up at 5 now. Yeah. And I might be back home at like 7, 8, 9 because I have to really push. Do you get what I'm saying? And I also explained to her that, like, yo, we can't be going out for lunch, like, you know, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I need you to like kind of start cooking again. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And that was the hardest thing. It
takes away so much confidence as a man, you know?
Yeah. But what I loved is that when I told my partner at the time this thing, she was like, dude, I'm so happy that you came to me with this information. Like, I've got your back. Like, it pains my heart to know that, like, we were living in a way that, you know, that was affecting you in a negative way. Because I thought maybe I thought you were good. Then I was like, no, baby, I'm good. I just made an error. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we can still go out for lunch, but now it's like once a week. You know, we're still fine. We can still pay rent. We can still pay everybody. But it's like a matter of, I have to just focus on Yana for now. Do you get what I'm saying? And at the time, partner at the time helped me so much, bro. Like, she cooked, she would meal prep, she was there with me, and she understood, and she made me feel so secure in me being in that tough time. I think it's important for guys to know that, like, yo, when you're in
So
those
important,
spaces,
bro.
it's okay to speak, because you think you're going to be met with the, oh my gosh, my man is broke.
Yeah.
But you're going to be met with support if you're with the right person.
With the right
and if you're
person.
not met with support, are you with the right person?
Yeah,
Because it's going to be trials and tribulations for the rest of your life.
I definitely think what you're saying is so important, because I've definitely been a university student. Bidim, Spotify comes, it's 89 Rand or 90 something Rand, and I see I have 150 left. Your girlfriend comes over, she says the words that every man hears, I'm hungry. And then you're looking at your account. You order here 10 dunked wings, you know that's 109 Rand. Where now you maybe sacrifice your hunger that night, you say, let me have 2. I'll have the 2 and maybe 2 chips. Waja. In your account, there's 50 Rand left, and when she's passed out happy from watching a movie together, you sit at the edge
and eating 8
dunked wings. You sit at the edge of the bed and you take a what? And think to yourself, I can't afford this relationship.
You think to yourself,
how hectic is that for one person to deal with that alone? My girlfriend and I, we like to make a joke. Right, because we always say for better for worse, for better for worse. We always say that, like, especially if I'm like depressed, because I have mental health issues and stuff. So if I am in depression and stuff, she'll just be like, for better for worse. You know what I mean? And we started saying a new one. We said, no, actually, for better and for best.
like, get up and be fine.
Get up and be fine. Chief, you must wake up, fight, and be the best every day. You know what I mean? Which is just a joke between us. But a lot of men get stuck in the for better for best love. This overwhelming pressure to get your life together in 3 days and try to satisfy, just because you love a person so much, you just want to give them the world. But it's a thing of like, you can't give them the world in 3 days. But
you really can't.
You can't, man.
So we've been speaking a lot about how these things make us feel in a relationship. Nah? I want us to pause quickly for a quick game, and then we'll get back into how we think we should move forward from those points. So the game is, what would you do if?
Sure.
So it's all related to finances. This one is for you. What would you do if you only had 100 Rand left, but your partner wanted to go on a date?
There's no date that costs 100 Rand. I tell her, Chief, I've got a clipper left in my account. We're at home, pa. What would you do? There's no date that costs. What are you going to do? It's finger painted at home.
I'll be creative. Like
what? Like maybe buy a 40 Rand bottle of wine?
Yeah, like maybe do a picnic, get a puzzle.
Picnic puzzle clipper?
Yes.
Oh, like, you have the puzzle at home?
No, you can get a puzzle from like this one shop. Forwards Mall for like 30-40 bucks.
Okay, that's 30.
Yeah, and then I'll probably get like some juice.
30?
Like a
in South Africa, third world countries, so juice is 30 Rand also.
It's like 40 now, eh?
It's 40, nearly, I think it's like 38 now. Yeah. But anyways, yes, so that's half the money. No, not, sorry.
That's all the money.
That's it.
Yeah. And maybe like a chocolate, sweets, maybe some biscuit, biscuits.
What, you a pin pop?
Toppers. Yeah, so something cute, man. Like a on top was like.
So you go on a date? Okay, cool.
Yeah, go on the date. Yeah, go on the date.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you do if your phone broke right before your exams?
This actually happened to me. So my laptop broke before my exams. My laptop broke, and I was lucky enough that I lived in res, so I used the computer labs every single time. But I also had to stay in the library while I was saving up for the new laptop. So yeah, that's basically what I would do. So you make a plan, bro. I don't know what the question is.
Okay.
What would you do?
I'll probably cry, bro. My phone.
But then you just say, how much can I afford for a new phone? Maybe you get like yourself a brick phone for a while. We always see those phones at those stores that they like, it's a clothing store, but they sell phones in the corner, in that small corner, and it's 4 phones that are rotating, but they're all less than 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah, and you always say to yourself, maybe, if I lose my phone, I always say to myself, I'll buy one of those things.
Okay. What would you do if your friends are planning a trip, like an expensive trip? I'm talking about Zimbabwe, but you were broke, and everyone's down. Everyone's like, yeah, boy, here's the money. POP. I sent it to Percy. I sent it to Percy.
I always send that GIF emoji with the guy going like,
pockets out of his.
Yeah. I must say that there is always a lot of pressure in friendship scenarios for money, for example, because it can come out slightly. You go out for lunch, and then maybe after lunch you get drinks.
Yeah.
You could only plan for your money could only do lunch.
Yeah.
But in the moment you don't want to say goodbye. You don't want to miss out.
Yeah.
So you keep going. You know
what I would do, ne? I follow the advice of our guest. If you're putting away money every single month and you can have that money at your disposal when you need, I think it's time to pull money from there. I think that's when we see the power of really like investing and budgeting and having saving, so that you don't get left out, so that you invest in yourself in the future and you can have access to things that are still coming. That's what I would do.
I get you.
So let's wrap up what we think, guys. So finances and relationships, your final thoughts?
Education.
Yes.
Education. As a man, you should know by the age 30, you should know everything. How to get a mortgage, how to get paid taxes, how to everything that you're sitting on now that you're like, how do I even register to have water at a house? Start thinking, Chief.
If I want to buy a house, what's this thing called?
What's the process? Taxes? Who do I go to? Start thinking, start reading, because those things take time for preparation. And I wish someone at 20 years old gave me a book about tax, buying a house. Well, we did get books like that. I'm even lying, so I can't even lie and say they didn't give me.
But they're like, huh?
But dude, you're reading a book at 17. You must understand.
But I think
because we both read the property book. Remember,
our dad's biggest issue was giving us this knowledge when we were like 9.
Yeah,
so I'd be 9. I think I was 8 or 9. I got the book Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah,
at 9 years old.
At 13, I got how property works in South Africa.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? At 14, I got how the government is broken down, the power of the ANC.
Yeah,
buddy, give me something to do, create, like, exercise the creative mind.
You must understand how property works in South Africa is competing with Ben 10, and Ben 10 can and Ben 10 can turn into more than 10 aliens. You understand? I'm just saying, you need to understand when you educate your child, what's the focus points, what's the pressure point.
Maybe you must say, if Ben 10 wanted to buy a new watch, you know what I'm saying? How many months would Ben 10 have to save for?
Or Ben 10 can turn into many aliens, he can't turn back. This animal might need this much food. How does he budget feeding all the different animals that he turns into? Because he can't choose when to turn back, by the way.
If Ben 10 had to choose to be an entrepreneur, a corporate person or this, and he can press once and it's gone, you know, what would make you happy, my boy?
Yay, my boy.
Yay, my boy.
Good. But now you're giving me a book about Robben Island and how Nelson Mandela overcome. It's tough.
It's tricky.
It's tough. What do I want to focus more on? You know, the fact that Generations Cast is not getting paid, or
the fact that you're seeing that Senzo and Jason are going crazy. Like,
so it's the World Cup.
You
must understand, when Thato and I were kids, the World Cup happened.
We saw that thing live. Waka. Hey,
but my dad, we will say, like, as a final point for real though, education. Like, anytime you're bored, you're like, I really don't know what to do. Read up about how property in South Africa works.
I think.
Or watch a video, bro. Even a TikTok.
I was about to say a video. Like, Lebo and I flew down to Cape Town this past week. We went there with BYD. And on my flights there, I had packed my book. My book was The Art of Negotiation. I didn't read it on the flight back. I had also downloaded a couple of movies and series. But I downloaded Michelle's videos. Michelle the Expert, she's like an amazing like sales person, right? And I watched like 4 of her videos. And like, I think I'm a little bit further for the advice she gives, but everything she gave still applies to me now. Like, show me the importance of basics when it comes to sales and business. So I think it's very important to always educate yourself in the way that's easiest for you. I can't read a book, my bro. Like, I need to really.
I need to watch a TikTok.
I need to be like, I need to have been journaling, praying, and then I say, let me do 10 pages. But a video, give it to me, now let's rock. You know what I'm saying?
I always search, like, guys, you guys don't know TikTok, because TikTok has a STEM side. So it's like education. There's an educational side to TikTok. And you can literally search anything on TikTok. And you'll be able to watch. And they'll make it digestible. I like seeing those, you know, those subtitles that change color as they come on to. For me, it makes me digest information easier. So I like what you said. I
hear you. But thank you guys so much for watching this episode, guys. I think one thing I want you guys to take away from this is the importance of saving continuously. I don't think it's about the amount. It's not about putting away 10,000, 5,000. It's about just putting away the 100 Rand every single month. That 250, that 500, and you build the muscle. I think it's so important for you to live just below the means that you can afford, so that you can invest in yourself in the future. But we'll see you guys next week, Wednesday at 3 p.m. I think we've been consistent for the past few months. I think we can get bro, we haven't missed a drop in a. I think we can. I guess celebrate yourself, I guess.
Man, shout out to us, man. Real though, like, because
Dom did not clap her hands. Yeah, but yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
Please do subscribe. It's you.
Bye.
See that